What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. My name is UnrealEnt Network, and joining me here today is my good friend Edgar over from UnrealEnt Universe, and today we're going to be talking about the fall of horror movies. Yes, um, I mean, this is a very personal,
Yeah, it's
thing.
just it's a long time coming.
Yeah, it's a very personal subject for me because, um, dude, I love horror, like I really do. I
Same
feel
here.
I feel like horror movies like when you get a little bored of watching like superhero films or action films, sometimes you watch horror films just to escape, like and just have a good time.
To
Uh,
me, I always get it whenever I watch horror. It's got to be something that catches my eye.
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Like
exactly same here. I mean, I there have been so many horror films that I've watched that caught my eye by the title alone, but the movie turned out to be shit. Um, but
oh
wanted to
yeah,
talk
oh
to you
yeah.
today. I wanted to talk to you today about the horror franchise. Like, all right, we all know, and we've gone through this many times. Um, the most popular franchise right now, obviously, is the superhero franchise. People are making
It's
loads of
making
money off of it. It's a very big thing. I mean, we all like comics here. But what do you think the problem behind horror is? How come horror like movies aren't doing as good or making as much profit? Like, do you believe it's because of the sense of direction that the directors are taking, or do you think it's because of shitty actors or because of
no.
shitty
It's
writers?
all just a script and the direction. Like I hate. This is I'm gonna go with the found footage genre or just any genre
Okay,
anyway.
perfect. No,
Of
found footage. Sorry, go ahead. Found footage is perfect.
Okay, the found footage. I watched a recent movie called Production King something. It's just I forgot the title, but it's something King something, and it's about this guy who didn't believe God or Satan. And it's just fucking just rituals all that, and it was intense. It was like wow, holy shit! She's just getting real. And I was kind of hoping that the movie is just it was intense, it was scary, but the guy died. And
Okay.
every found footage that I've seen, everybody dies.
So what you're trying to say, keep them alive?
I want one survivor
But why? Why is it that most people want to see survivors?
because it will be very experienced and you'll like that character, and that could also mean that you could have multiple movies of that character. And they don't do that. They just don't do that at all. And this happens to every horror movies, not just found footage. Everyone, slasher, fucking, what else? Supernatural, everything.
Well, all
Um,
right. Did you see the new Evil Dead that came out?
yes,
Okay, there was a survivor.
yeah, and I like that.
Okay.
And
Um,
that was the one thing I love about it. The Conjuring, same thing.
Conjuring. I was just about to say the Conjuring survivor. Um, Insidious 2
Uh
survivor.
huh. Uh huh. It's
So I guess like they don't kill him off exactly, but I don't know. It's just very hard to put into words because like sometimes, and it's very rare, but sometimes indie films that are made by average people turn out to be a lot better than Hollywood movies. Like, but what do you think horror is missing? Like, if you was a horror director and you were about to produce any movie of your choosing, or reboot, or remake, or your own original concept, what would you do as a person to make your film stand out? Number one, and number two, how exactly would you get audience members to go, "Ooh, that's different"?
number one, I would have original story. Two, I would have a unique scares, but I would have the characters. You would have kills, and but the main character will survive. That's the one thing I want to see, and I barely get that at all. And it's dying hard, and I'm worried that the superhero genre is gonna have the same effect.
Really?
Like, there's going to become a point that how much of a superhero movie can you do? How much of a storytelling can you go? And
Really? For
yeah,
comics?
yeah, for
No way,
comics.
dude.
And it's just
Comics
like
can
the
really
the eight
extend, man.
the 80s the 80s was the horror genre. Yeah, and the 90s were hit or miss. But today's genre, sucks so
No, it
hard.
does. It really does. I agree
I,
with you.
I,
I
and even the remakes and reboots,
well,
same thing.
I don't know. I thought Evil Dead was pretty good.
Yeah, then yeah, I know. As long as there's a few exceptions. Evil Dead is my few exceptions for a remake. That is long there, as long as like we don't want to do another actor, we don't want to get another actor to play Ash, so we're just going to do a completely different movie. And I commend them for that. I thank Sam Raimi for doing that, and he wanted to do it. If anyone didn't like uh, the Evil Dead, then you can go bitch at Sam Raimi.
No, I mean you're right. But like horror films, all right, like horror films, I feel as if like I was watching a video about Hollywood actors that were talking about like their favorite zombie movie, and a lot of them were talking about, oh, my favorite zombie movie was either like the majority was either Shaun of the Dead, 28 Days Later, or Dawn of the Dead. Now, why do you think that is? Like, why is it that the classics, or not even classics, like some of the early 2000 movies, like how come some of those movies are better than the ones produced today, especially today when we
uh
have better technology, better everything, like why?
huh. It's just the way you have to look at the time frame where the Dawn of the Dead movie. They didn't have special effects today. I'm sure if they did special effects, it would have been a mind fuck. Um,
Really?
but but I think remakes, it's just they sometimes are just not needed.
Okay.
As for example, uh, The Crow. I consider that as a horror superhero movie, and that it is not necessary to do a remake of that movie,
Why not?
because that movie, the guy who played the character the Crow, Brandon Lee, died on set, and you cannot capture that moment, that tragic moment in that movie, that suspense, that amazingness in
Okay.
that movie.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, I mean, all right. I'll ask you some questions real quick. Would you like? Do you think a movie like, I don't know, Jeepers Creepers 3 would be successful today?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh.
it is. It would be successful because the first two are still hold up. They could.
Well, a lot of people would disagree on what you just said because a lot of people hated the second one.
Fucking up. The second one was the best one.
Oh boy, I'm telling you right now, there's gonna be a lot of hate for you for that.
Oh
I'm
fuck.
just
They,
I'm just
they,
letting you
they,
know. I mean, I agree. I think the second one was amazing, but for that reason being, a lot of people are gonna shit on you for that, and I
oh, they could say me. Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. I
no,
don't.
because like I remember when I made a Jeepers Creepers video, a bunch of people were telling me that the second one was crappy because of the actors, like the teenagers in the bus were crappy, and they said that the
Let me
utilization.
ask you. Let me ask you
Go
something.
ahead.
Is acting mean anything? You could be the
Yeah, I
worst.
mean that's like saying
And
all
especially.
right, look, that's like saying would an average actor from like the streets be able to play as good of a role as Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man?
No, but here's the thing. You could have. Here's my always saying is, you don't have to be the you don't have to be the uh, for me, you could be the worst actor and be an amazing actor in a movie. As for example, Robert Downey Jr. He was like not that good at all.
You don't think
Like
Robert Downey Jr. is good?
no, no, before he became Tony Stark.
Oh, okay, okay.
And when I look at him now, I'm like, he's much better than what he was before because he was always the lovey-dovey, cushy motherfucker. And I'm like, and you could say, well, that's kind of related. That's kind of like Tony Stark. Not necessarily to me, but for me, Robert Downey Jr. is my perfect example. Like he's one of those actors that came out of that hole of one not a great actor at all and became a successful actor.
Ah, man, that's like saying would the kids in Jeepers Creepers play the same role as the guys in the Avengers? Like, would they be able to topple the acting? I
And
like.
here's another thing: if it comes to horror movies, you're not there for the acting. You're there for the
Whoa,
fucking
I don't
kill.
know about that one.
No, 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 no. You're there for the kills. You're there for the the scares.
And
That's
ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the video where opinions are about to split and people are about to start taking sides. I
yeah.
shit you not, man. Like, all right, go watch a lot of these reviews. Most reviewers, when they review horror movies, they bash the acting because it's just another generic character.
Fuck. I laugh at them
Really? Why? Why?
because I'm always there to be scared. I want to be scared.
Well, aside from that, but like,
I want to have. I
wouldn't you want
want
to be scared by a person that looks and sounds believable?
Yeah.
Well, then there you go. I mean, you don't want to be scared from a person who sounds like this. Oh no, it's Jason. No, no, no. Like I can't be scared off of that. I want to see
No,
like
no, I'm talking about
fucking
they're just the victims. I wanted to see the guy who's killing them, who I'm rooting for, who I want to see, who I want to be scared. And I just like I love that. I love the fact that Freddy Krueger, Nightmare, the Nightmare on Elm Street, the whole Halloween franchise, everything. That would
what
be
about what is your opinion on the Amityville remake coming out in January and the new Freddy Krueger movie set to come out and Friday the 13th coming out like I believe next year. So
no. I didn't hear none of Freddy Krueger news. Like
there's more.
no, I didn't hear none.
Well, all right. Well, I heard that in 2016. Well, no, I think it's 2016 or 2017. After the next Friday the 13th movie, they're gonna start doing another Freddy movie. I don't know where this is leading up to. I think you know where it's leading up to, and I think I know where it's leading up to. But
They could go up.
just in case they do go down that road, I don't think Freddy would be Freddy without Robert Englund.
I don't think Freddy. Well, guess what? You have to recast Freddy. You can't do. Robert England can't do it
I
anymore.
know he can't do it anymore, but it's not Freddy anymore. Then,
Really, really.
yo, man,
That's like saying, "Oh, well, Michael Keaton, it's not Batman."
just like Heath Ledger can't be Joker, man.
Yeah, but
Come on. Sometimes there are certain actors that you can't top. Well,
well, I know that, and I know, but you're just there has to be something. If you want to continue something, you want to revive a franchise, you have to make something different. You have to make something new. And personally, I thought the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street was, all right, not bad, but it
that
was
shit was
just,
shitty. Fucking
it was just bad. It was just bad to me. It's like it was there, like
fucking Freddy's act. Remember me? No, I don't. Shut up. It's like you're not. You don't even look scary. You just look like a burnt rapist.
that's what they wanted to do. Like they
It's
wanted to
like
make it.
Freddy was like morbid. It's like you would look at him and it's just like, oh
Yeah,
shit, dude.
honestly,
Like what
but
happened to you?
you have to admit, the guy who played him made the character more evilness, made the character more.
Well, yeah,
And
that was the whole point. They wanted to make him serious, and I understand, the whole aspect of that. But I don't know, man. Horror movies, they're really disappointing me so much. Like I'm more excited now about fucking superhero movies than anything else. And I mean, I'm not saying that's sad, but coming from a horror fan, it's like
hmm
it's just. But let us know
But
what you
here's
guys
another
think.
man, one more thing I want to say something. There is horror movies that can surprise you. I mean, they're just like The Conjuring, the few of the Paranormal Activity movies, but that's it.
That's fucking digging in a haystack of needles for an apple. It's incredibly hard to like get something like that. But let us know what you guys think in the comment section below. What do you guys think is wrong with horror movies? What are y'all opinions about horror movies, and what do you think might be the next breakout movie to like at least revamp the franchise? Because as of now, I always thought it was gonna be Paranormal Activity until that shit just went in the sinker. So let us know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Once again, stay tuned for more, and we'll be seeing you all later. Everybody, take it easy. Peace.